I am Lois.
And I'm MJ. And we've had our fair share of absolute disasters when it comes to the male species, love and relationships.
You name it, and one of us has probably experienced it. So if you want to hear about some hilarious sex stories,
failed situationships with a dash of heated debate,
welcome to the Hoe Phase. Hello, everybody! Sorry, that was very musical. Welcome back to the Hoe Phase.
The Hoe Phase.
I am the Lois, and that is the MJ. It's a Valentine's Day Spesh.
I'm wearing hot.
I'm wearing all black because that is what represents my love life at the moment. Bleak, dark, empty.
Bleak, dark and empty. Say it like that. That's not your choice though.
It is. Is it? Don't, because I'll cry.
Don't cry. There's no need.
No, I'm very emotional. I'm not very well.
No.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Ended up in A&E on Tuesday. I'm all right though.
You're here to tell the tale.
I'm here to tell the tale.
So we're recording this on the snow day.
The snow day.
I got sent home from work. Get to work. I'm having a laugh with my gals. When I go into the gym, there is no snow on the ground. It's snowing, but it's not settling. An hour later, I come out the gym. We've got about 3 inches, and I'm like, oh dear. And I'm looking at the snow, and I'm going, the later we leave it, the more likely it is that I'm gonna end up getting stuck here.
3 inches is just a little bit inconvenient in every way, shape, or form.
That is true. Yeah. So I was in my Converse and I had to walk to the station. Nearly died from slipping. Highly recommend not wearing Converse in snow. This is the Valentine's Day special.
Valentine's Day Spesh.
Ding. For all those that celebrate and for all those that don't, happy Galentines and happy Pancake Day.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'll be celebrating Galentine's.
Yes.
Because I don't have a Valentine, but I have plenty of Galentines.
What did you do the last time you celebrated Valentine's Day? When was that?
2019.
No,
2020. 2019, I was with my ex. However, we weren't in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. We were just exclusively seeing each other.
Right.
But he did get me a card.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. It was a personalised one.
Was it?
Said, Lois, I fancy the pants off you, and it had a pair of knickers on the front.
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah. The second Valentine's we had together was just before COVID.
Yeah.
I think we went out for a meal on Valentine's Day, but then I paid for us both to go to Liverpool for him graduating preschool.
Yes, you did.
So I think that was like part of like the Valentine's present as well as like us celebrating him graduating. But he made me cry on that weekend, so
He did, yeah. The last Valentine's that I had before been with my Bruno, I broke up with the person that I was seeing. 6 months later, met my Bruno.
I don't think I've been with anybody over Valentine's Day since.
You have like a bit of a trend.
Yeah, I have like a winter boyfriend.
Yeah, you have like a summer thing and then you have a winter thing.
But in between,
there never is.
Yeah, so from like January till maybe like May.
But that's like your healing time.
Yeah.
Your self-love time.
And then from like September to like the middle of October, I'd say.
Yeah, normally.
I just love love.
I love love.
This is it. I really love love, and I
love love.
I want to be in love.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm not even like talking to anybody at the moment. I can't be arsed.
No.
What are you doing?
What am I doing for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I'm going to see Circus of Horrors.
Slay.
Yeah. You've always gone to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, I did a panto over Christmas, and the girl who played the prince is actually the lead vocalist in the show.
Yes, she is.
So
I fangirled big time.
yeah, you did. When I
Yeah.
told you.
I was like, no way. No
Yeah.
way.
Well, we went out for dinner last night, which I think we're kind of classing as like our Valentine's thing.
Yeah.
I think. Just because it was very nice. Valentine's is all about the girls.
It actually
It's all
is.
about the girls. Although last year I did get him some flowers. for Valentine's, because boys deserve flowers too. So for those of you that care, for those of you that don't care, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Me and Lois have a weird obsession with award shows.
We do, yeah.
Like the BAFTAs, the Emmys, the Oscars,
Golden Globes,
all of them.
We
fully get on. Like, I'm on it.
The Met Gala, I know it's not an award show, but I love it.
Obsessed with it. So the Grammys happened this week. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a lot of things that went on, but the main thing I want to point out is that every major award was won by a woman.
What a slay.
What an absolute slay. Boy Genius came away with 4. SZA, she won 1.
SZA.
Taylor Artete won Album of the Year.
Hell yeah.
Iconic Queen made history, winning 4 Album of the Year awards. Mm-hmm. To go on to Album of the Year, my man Jay-Z won an award. And what did he do? He called out the Record Academy. And he went, you have got, sat right down there, the most awarded woman, awarded artist in the history of the Grammys, but she ain't ever won Album of the Year. Make that make fucking sense. Beyonce was robbed last year.
She was.
There, I've said it.
I mean,
I said it.
Don't get me wrong, I loved Harry Styles' album.
Me too. But
Renaissance was just
absolutely iconic.
Incredible.
Like, Ariana Grande's new album is going to be very similar to Renaissance, I feel.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay, obviously, her Midnight's album is a synth pop album. Mm-hmm. The new one that she announced on the night of the Grammys is also down as a synth pop album.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I thought it would be a bit more like
folklore.
Yeah,
that's what me and my manager were talking about at work. But no, it's labelled as a synth pop.
Yeah. Well, Post Malone's featuring on it.
Yep. And Florence and the Machine.
Post Malone.
Flo and the Machine.
Flo and the Machine.
She's on it too. So Jay-Z calling out the Record Academy for not awarding Beyonce Album of the Year.
I know.
She should have won it for Lemonade.
She should have.
Kanye said it.
Didn't Adele win that year?
I'm not sure.
I think it was.
I think Adele did win, yeah, because she was like, what the hell, why have I got this and you haven't? Like, yeah. Also, Miley Cyrus won her first Grammy. And when I tell you I'm obsessed with her, the look,
God.
The hair, the fact that she fucking stood up on that stage and went, you're acting like you don't know this song. I just won my first Grammy. Like,
I love her.
Make it make sense.
Genuinely, I got quite emotional.
Yeah.
When she did that. Especially when she was singing Flowers and she was like, I just won my first Grammy.
Yeah.
I was like, how on earth has this woman
Yeah.
never won a Grammy? She deserved so much better.
Yeah, I think
in the industry growing up.
You said it earlier that she should have won
for the Climb.
For the Climb. We all know that she's been a bit of a controversial queen. Mm. Her relationship and her breakup was very public. I think the Record Academy went, we need to wait till she's calmed down a bit, and then obviously yeah, and Flowers was so iconic. Mm-hmm. I think it's correct that she won it.
Absolutely.
And then Billie Eilish won for the movie motion picture song as well.
Did you see the performance she did?
Yeah.
People were talking over it and it really annoyed me.
But I think it added to it. She's going to perform that at the Oscars. She performed it at the BAFTA. She's going to perform it everywhere, at every award ceremony. And people are probably going to be more bothered about the performance at the Oscars than at the Grammys.
Yeah. Do you think she'll win an Oscar?
Yeah. It'll be a second one.
Yeah.
She's won 9 Grammys already.
I know.
At 20... How old is she?
21?
22? Isn't that mental?
That's insane, isn't it?
She's great.
Was Blue Ivy the youngest to win?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought she was. She was only like 9, weren't she?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my God, Blue Ivy went up with Jay-Z.
I know, what's like?
As if she's 12.
Makes me feel ill.
I watched a TikTok earlier of somebody saying, like, that's like watching my niece grow up.
Mm-hmm. Feels like you were born yesterday.
Yeah.
It's time for Alexa Play Careless Whisper. This week's topic of Alexa Play Careless Whispering is morning or evening sex.
Ooh.
So, obviously last week we talked about on Wednesdays we have sex.
Yes.
And that was like a midday session.
It was.
It's very rare.
Very rare.
Doesn't happen very often,
No.
you know what I mean? That was a once in a blue moon type of thing. I must say, In my experience with next one,
Sorry, Miranda. You were right there.
I was trying to quote Laszlo. Well, how does he say it? He goes, sexual intercourse. I love him. Orgy stuff. I much prefer evening sex.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the morning sex that I have had, 95% of the time has been the morning after a night out. So, like, me and Bruno will have got in from a night out, will have been far too drunk, so then we'll save it for the next morning. But then we'll have had to stop halfway because the hangover headache kicks in halfway through the action.
The act.
The act kicks in halfway through the act. I do like morning sex.
I like it.
Just not all the time.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had morning sex. I don't have boys stay over, and obviously the last person whose house I stayed over at was Kevin.
Yeah.
And we didn't do morning sex because we had to be up early in the morning because we had to go to work at 6 a.m. So we didn't have time.
Last time I had morning sex was a couple of weeks ago. I tell you what is stressful, but so fun at the same time. Having, like, when you're getting ready and then have sex halfway through the...
What, little quickies?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The amount of times that me and my Bruno have been late to something because that's happened is... Yeah.
Have you ever been late to anything with me because of that? We live in the same house, I'd know.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times.
You dirty dog.
I know, what the heck?
I've never done that.
But more often than not, it's always in the evening. Because, like, you know, we both work and...
Yeah. You have a nice, relaxing evening. You go upstairs to bed. You have a little cuddle and then you're just like, oh, shall we just?
Kissing gets going and you're like, yeah, all right, fine.
I like hungover sex. Like,
hungover
you know, when
sex,
you're like not doing anything all day.
Yeah.
And you have multiple sessions because you've not got anything else better to do apart from like lay in bed and watch telly.
Yep.
It's the best.
Verdict on that.
I like both.
I like both. Prefer evening.
Prefer the eve. And I'm partial to a day session. For God's sake.
That's Alexa Play Careless Whisper.
Alexa Play Careless Whisper is done, dusted, bang, slap, wallop.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Ka-chow. On to the listener stories.
Listener stories.
That's lovely. Thank you again to everybody who's sent one in. Do keep them coming. I say it every week.
Say it every week.
Keep them coming, babies. We've got a breakup story from a Louise. My first proper breakup. The beginning of the saga.
Oh, the saga.
So there's another couple of stories to come, I think.
Oh.
I met my first proper boyfriend whilst on a school trip to Italy. He was in the year below me at school, but only a month younger. I had just finished my GCSEs and all of my friends were in relationships, and he was cute. He asked me out for a movie date after 2 weeks of talking. That's a good timescale, that. 2 weeks and then...
2 weeks of talking, but a movie date.
Mine and Bruno's first date
it was.
to the
But
cinema.
you did go to a restaurant as well.
We did, yes. It was then when I had my first kiss.
Oh.
We spoke every day, but with it being the summer holidays, we didn't see each other a lot, with his family being abroad. For my 16th birthday, I'm a Leo, he got me a watch. Oh, I loved it. When we started back at school, I was in 6th form and he was in year 11. His friends, whenever they saw me, whether they were with him or not, would start shouting or hollering at me saying, "How's Bruno? How is he? Is he a good kisser?" etc. By this point as well, we had started sending photos over Snapchat. To me, it felt like a real relationship.
16,
sending photos. The week he broke up with me wasn't that great.
Oh.
Of course not.
No.
The watch he had gifted me broke as we were going out for a fire alarm.
That's a bad omen.
It is. And I was really torn up about it. I messaged him about it later on. No response. That entire week at school, I never saw him and he barely replied to any of my messages. Then suddenly, as I went to bed on my mother's birthday, I received a massive paragraph from him saying he's been ill all week and that he thinks we should break up as him and his family are going through something at the moment and he wants to focus on that. I still 40% believe him to this day, but I'm not that convinced. 40% believe. I don't mean even 40%.
It's a very specific number to believe in.
Oh, that's so... I mean, maybe he didn't know that it was your mum's birthday, but that's a bit shit. I still had to see him once a week at choir. And still then, he would always come in late and never make eye contact with me. When he joined sixth form the next year, if there was ever a free period that we shared, he would always make eye contact with me and walk out the room. I'm glad he could never look at me in the eye, because if he did and tried to speak to me, I think I would have punched him. I'm sorry that this boy, wasn't very good at communication, but at the end of the day, you were both 16.
16.
I'm a grandmother. So... this is part 1. We've got part 2 coming.
Oh.
Okay. This is called Leeds Fest Bumhole Part 1.
I know exactly who this is from.
Okay?
Right. Yep, I'm so ready. I don't actually know this full story, but I've heard bits.
Okay. Our story begins on the opening Thursday of Leeds Fest at Piccadilly Party. The worst place I've ever been in my life.
It was horrendous.
The whole gang was down having a boogie on the muddy hill when I locked eyes with a girl. I proceeded to continue dancing and continued to look back and forth for what felt like 10 minutes, apparently 3 hours in coke time. Cocaine time. Every time the girl would lock eyes back and smile. Eventually, me and the girl got to talking after a friend had grabbed me over and introduced us, TY my guy. Eventually, the night begins to grow to an end, and I gracefully invited the girl back to my tent for some good time squeaky on the airbed.
Good time squeaky on the airbed.
We had made it back to the campsite before the others had come back and gone into the tent to begin the sweet squeak. About 5-10 minutes into the act, the rest of the group returned, and I had realised the massive error on my part. All of the chairs were stored in the front compartment of our tent, and I had left the inner cabin unlocked. Oh no. I screamed out, wait, hold on. But the friend that had introduced me to the girl had said, I'm not waiting anymore. In a flash, the tent zip was undone with a flashlight in hand. Everyone had received a full viewing of my inner workings of my hairy arsehole.
Oh no. Oh, not the hairy arsehole.
I quickly grabbed the inner lining of the sleeping compartment to protect the girl's modesty. As I had clearly none left to protect. Oh dear. The guys grabbed the chairs and sealed the compartment back up after pissing ourselves. We then continued squeaky time and the girl left back to her campsite to visit her annoyed friend. Oh dear.
Oh no.
This, however, is not the last time I saw the same girl. The rest will be revealed in part 2 of Leeds Fest Bumhole.
Wow.
The suspense. Oh my God.
So Leeds Fest Bumhole part 2 is coming next week. I can't believe how much that made me laugh. My eye was leaky. Squeaky, leaky.
Hilarious.
This story, this is from the Kevin in my Skegness story. He is happily wifed in a relationship. Aww. And I'm very, very happy for him.
Good for you, Kevin.
Still good friends. This was a few years ago when I was in my Hoe Phase. Anyway, I worked in a nightclub and we were having our Christmas party. This meant that all the staff came together at the club and it was free drinks all night.
Not a staff party story.
Not a staff party story. We've all had... I'd never actually had one. That's such a lie. You have.
I have, yeah.
That'll be a housemate story one day. Being a promoter, I rarely saw bar staff and most of the other staff. That's when I locked eyes with one of the bar staff I had never seen before, and she was proper out of my league.
Aw.
Even though that had never stopped me before, you should see my missus now. I've seen his missus, she's fucking stunning.
Is she?
Oh my god, yeah. I'll show you after.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
Anyway, I somehow worked my way over to her and a friend and spent the night chatting to them both. When the girl in question pulled out a pizza from her clutch bag, I was sold.
A pizza from her clutch bag?
What a slay.
Oh my god, I love that.
I love it too. The only thing that's in my clutch bag is friendship bracelets with my number on it.
Slay.
Anyway, we ended up going back to hers, to a student area of Nottingham that I hadn't been before. We did what we did and I left in the morning. Not much to report back on there. Now, what I neglected to tell you at the start of the story was that due to this being my hoe phase, I was also seeing a few other people at the same time. One of these girls I had yet to actually go over to her house. The next evening after the Christmas party, I was invited over to this girl's house. As I got off the bus and walked down the road, I got this overwhelming feeling that I had been on this street before.
Oh no!
I mean, I was pretty sure I hadn't been to this student area of Nottingham before. Not only were the girls flatmates, they were best friends, and they were in the girls' room that I was seeing sat on the bed.
Ah! Oh my god.
I got there and the girl I got with last night just left the room and we didn't say anything, and I carried on seeing the other girl.
Oh my god.
Over the winter break, everyone had gone home for Christmas, so it was just her in this uni house, so we spent a lot of time there together. One morning, I'm round at her house after spending the night there, and her mum rings her to tell her that her ex-boyfriend has just been round to the family home looking for her.
Oh shit.
They'd broken up quite recently.
Ooh.
And that she told him that she was at her uni house, so he was making his way over there.
Oh shit.
She asked her mum how long ago this was, and her mum said around 20 to 30 minutes ago, which is the exact amount of time it takes to get from her family home to her uni house.
Oh my god.
Next thing we know, he's at the door. Her bedroom is on the ground floor right next to the front door, so I heard him come in, try to hug her, and her refusing to let him touch her. I didn't know what to do as I was just stuck in her bedroom, and I didn't want to drop her in it, so I waited for 2 hours.
2
whilst
hours?
they talked.
Oh my god. It's giving Ross and Rachel argument when
Yeah.
Monica, Chandler and Phoebe are stuck in the...
Yes!
In the bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my
He
god,
tried-
2 hours.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I know. He tried to get into her bedroom, but she refused to let him in there, and he accused her of having a boy in there, which she said, no, I don't, I promise, I just don't want you in there. At this point, I'm hiding behind the door, because I don't want him bursting in and seeing me sat there. She managed to get him out of the house, came back into the bedroom, and simply said, that was mad, that. The end.
Oh my god. So he basically shagged her best friend.
Yep.
That didn't come up in conversation, I'm guessing?
No?
Oh my god.
Uni students.
What can I say?
What can I say? But, yeah, continued to see this girl,
Oh my god.
even though her and her boyfriend had just broken up. And he obviously wanted her back, and she was like, hell nah.
Bloody hell.
What a roller coaster.
Dramatic.
I know.
I knew that was coming the minute.
Honestly.
The minute he said that he saw multiple people, I was like, that's it. On to the next story. I nearly said question, and I was like, that's the next segment.
Hey girls, so Bruno said to message you one of my disaster dating relationship stories. So this Bruno is her best friend.
Okay.
I know these two people.
Okay.
And they have both told me how much they love the pod.
Love that. Hi, Bruno and best friend.
Bruno and best friend. We'll call her Emily.
Emily.
So here goes. Back in 2020, whilst lockdown was still very much about, I matched with Kevin on Tinder.
Kevin.
He was from Sheffield, so not too far. We met about a week after beginning to speak and went for a walk around Poolsbrook.
Oh, love it there.
It's a lovely little place. We got on really well and we arranged a second date, then a third, and a fourth.
Ooh, all in the same day?
I don't know.
Oh, cute though.
But they've got 4 dates in the run.
Love that.
I couldn't believe how well it was going because my luck with dating is 0%. Same.
Fair.
After about a month of meeting up in public places, COVID lol,
Yeah.
he asked me round to his family home where I knew I was going to meet the parents. It all went well and he has a wonderful family.
Aw.
We started seeing each other about 2 to 3 times a week. I felt part of the family, was being invited on family holidays and
Wow.
invited round for Sunday dinner every week.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't believe I'd finally met someone so nice and genuine. Well, so I thought.
Oh, no.
Fast forward to 6 months. We're now in March 2021.
Right.
Kevin began to act differently. Wouldn't message me for hours, wouldn't answer the phone, and started to say he was busy or staying late at work. So obviously I started questioning things. He said how he was just stressed with work and he also on the side had his own business. One afternoon I noticed he deleted me off Facebook and Instagram.
For why?
For why? At that point, I just got in my car and drove up to his house and had it out with him.
Good lass.
Yeah, more balls than me.
Yeah.
He gave me the usual bollocks about just being busy and the new one of being bullied by people at work. I asked there and then if he didn't want to be with me anymore, just let me know. Obviously, being the silly girl I am, I let it slide and believed all of his bullshit. I didn't want to believe this was going down the same dark hole all of the other failed talking stages / relationships do. Within that week, he put a lot more effort in, and I thought maybe he was just having a bad time with work. Then, on the 27th of March, 2021...
She's got dates.
She's got receipts. Just after my Domino's order had arrived, I received a message from a girl on Facebook.
Oh, here we
saying,
fucking go. Hey, girl.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Straight to the point.
Oh, love that.
Why are you messaging my boyfriend?
What?
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I will continue.
Oh my God.
I was in utter shock. What did this girl mean, her boyfriend, when I'd been with him for the past 6 months?
Yeah.
Anyway, you probably guess where this is going. And yes, he was in fact cheating on me.
On her or on the new girl? On the girlfriend?
On this girl.
Right. Okay.
With the new girlfriend.
Right. Okay. So I'm assuming new girlfriend is relatively new. Mm-hmm. Okay.
She decided to FaceTime me and ask me when the last time I'd seen him was, and it was 1 week ago.
The balls.
Yeah. And that
FaceTime.
Yeah. And that he apparently said he ended things with me over 3 months ago. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So yes, I was being cheated on for 3 months without having a clue.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Just to top it all off, when she was on FaceTime to me, he was sat on the end of her bed, still denying I'd been round for dinner with his family just 1 week before.
Shut the fuck up. The balls. I
balls.
fucking love that though.
Yeah.
Call him the fuck out whilst he's in the room.
Yeah. Oh, it's still not done.
Oh my God.
Safe to say, it's nearly been 3 years and they are both still together, but do enjoy blocking and unblocking me on the regs. So even though I got my heart broken, it still makes me laugh daily that I am such an issue in their relationship.
Your name gets brought up and it causes arguments.
Yeah. Oh, and this is the best bit. I forgot. I listened to your podcast logged in on his Spotify. And that
is brilliant.
Is a slay.
I love that.
Thank you, Emily.
Oh my God. Well, do you know what? Good for them. I bet their lives are really boring if 3 years on, your name is still causing arguments. Well, there you fucking go. Thank you for the stories, everybody.
Yeah.
There were some good ones.
They were good.
Yeah.
Squeaky, yeah, bedtime.
Good time, squeaky.
My sweet cheese, my good time boy.
That is from What We Did in the Shadows. If you do not know,
I could quote
great
it.
TV
I
show.
could quote it all day.
It's a brilliant TV
No,
show.
fuck off. I can't be sidetracked with cheap sex potions.
Bad!
Human form!
We've now got the housemate story.
Housemate stories, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love these interludes. They are literally my favourite thing. Okay, so, Lois, do you want to tell... Oh, we've not told them what they're called. So, we put a poll out on the Instagram.
We did.
With the two names. X-Hoes, like XOs, or the Phases. X-Hoes won. So, you are our X-Hoes.
Welcome to the Hoe Phase X-Hoes.
Lois, tell the X-Hoes about the time you used me as a scapegoat for good time Squeaky.
Oh, God. So I was at Emma's house. We were watching Homecoming.
We were. This
This
was when I introduced Lois to Beyonce.
Yes. Obviously, I knew who she was, but
No,
I
but
wasn't a super fan.
You
Like,
weren't
MJ was.
obsessed.
Yeah. I am texting this guy who I have actually slept with before. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just at Emma's. And he was like, want a shag? To put it bluntly. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, all right. So he picked me up from Emma's house.
From my childhood home.
From Emma's childhood home.
With
her
my parents
there.
My parents were in the house.
They knew what was going on
They
as
did.
well.
My dad was all for it.
Yeah, he was. You know, Michael Southworth was like, you know what?
Go get it,
girl. Like, he was all for it. So I got in this guy's car, left my car at MGM's house.
So she had
childhood
to come
home. I had to come home. Basically, I didn't want to go back to my house because I still lived with my parents, who were a little bit funny about me going off to do the squeaky with randomers. And I came back with makeup all over my face. And we've got a video, actually, that I will post on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Of Emma going,
She went dogging!
She went dogging!
And
my mum... Sex in the woods again.
And my mum in the background going, Emma!
So yeah, that's my story about how I used Emma and her family as a scapegoat so I could go and have sex in the woods. Again, I've got morals now. I don't have sex in the woods anymore. The amount of people I've had message me about the fact that I had sex in the woods.
Yeah.
Desperate times called for desperate
I'm going to
measures.
say it was during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, we all had sex in cars. We all had sex in the woods. Because
Don't lie, you did.
Don't lie to us.
Don't
We
lie.
know what you did, okay?
We know what you did.
I know what you did last summer. 4 summers ago now.
Oh, that makes me feel ill. Yeah, someone said to me, it was like, what, you did like last week? And I was like, no, 4 years ago. I am a grown-up woman now.
With your own house.
With my own house. Having sex in the woods and in the car is just beneath me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that desperate.
No.
Oh, big time was then.
Yeah.
I would shag anything that moved. Now I'm like, you need to take me out on a date. No, you don't. That's such a lie. Someone take me out on a date. Please. I haven't been on one in ages.
I'll take you out.
But I want to have sex after.
I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Anywho. So, Jem.
Yes.
What is your story?
My story is about a time that I had a one-night stand on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love this story.
Very, very fitting for this episode.
Yeah.
So I had just finished seeing somebody after a long spiel of will they, won't they, will we, won't we kind of thing.
Shite.
It was a load of bollocks, to be completely honest with you. It was in my It was in my 3rd year of uni. There's a theme of a night out called Traffic Light. They're like a singles couples
I've heard
thing.
of this, yeah.
So you wear red if you are in a relationship or you're like taken or you don't want to like hook up that night. You wear orange or yellow if it's complicated, and then you wear green if it's all go, right? So we're going to the vestry. I'm wearing orange because I just finished like seeing this guy for 6 months and I kind of was like, do you know what? I can't be arsed. Like, I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for men. So I'm wearing orange.
Okay.
So I'm dancing with my VK. I'm doing this little dancey dance. I am wearing pink eyeshadow. I've got my dark ginger hair at this point.
Yeah.
I am looking fucking good, right? This Kevin. I had fancied this boy for so long. So long.
I
And
know what this guy looks like, and all I can say is, I understand.
honestly, I fancied him big time. I'm like, come on then. Come over to me. He comes over.
Come over by you.
Come over by you. He comes up to me, immediately takes the VK off me, snogs the shit out of me.
Oh, that's
And I
not
was
a-
like, Holy Mother of Mary and Joseph and the wee donkey. Heaven forbid. And he went, why are you in orange then? And I went, it's complicated. And he went, no, it's not. You're coming home with me. I was like, okay. So I go find my friends. I'm like, I'm going home with him. They're all freaking out. Turns out he only lived around the corner from my best friend's house anyway. So I go to his. I'm in my orange, my pink. I'm looking great. You know, the act is being performed. And we're getting in. Yep. And, you know, it's uni, so the whole house is ricketing, like shaking, because everybody is shagging.
It's like our house.
Yeah. And we're in the flow of it. And he goes, Happy Valentine's Day, in my ear. And I literally went, nope, get off me. He immediately gave me the ick in that moment, right there, right then. I fancied the shit out of this boy. He said those 3 words, Happy Valentine's Day, and I went, get off me.
Yeah, but how long did you continue to see him for?
That.
No, go on. Go on.
6 months. The next morning, I wake up. Pink eyeshadow still on my eyes.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say
lipstick
like streaming
everywhere. Oh, yeah, but my eyes were stained pink. And I had my dissertation rehearsals at 9 a.m. that morning.
What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 7:30 and I looked at this Kevin and I went, I need to go. And he went, yeah, you do. And I went, when will I see you next? And he went, tomorrow night. I was like, okay, fine. And that is where the long, toxic road started. But that one evening was great. Just he gave me the ick in that moment when he said Happy Valentine's Day. So yeah, there you go. Right. It's time for questions to the listener.
Question to the listener.
I feel like we need to get that recorded and then you can just put that in every week.
I like doing it different.
I know you do.
It's fun. I mean, last week's was like long and it was bad in editing, so I made it short this week. I didn't want to burst everybody's eardrums. If people don't know me, they're probably going to think she's on something.
Just high on life.
High on life.
So, last week's questions, we had a few, to be fair.
Yeah, we did.
Question was the would you rather. So, would you rather be ghosted or do the ghosting? The results of the poll are 76% of our listeners said they would rather do the ghosting.
Slay.
24 said be ghosted. I think everybody is on that bandwagon with you of like, they'd rather do it than be ghosted. Because being ghosted just isn't nice, but...
It fucking sucks. Nando, there's a fucking ghost on the front lawn.
And then the second question was partner nicknames.
Oh.
Do we have them? Do we like them?
We've
what
had
is
some
it?
really cute responses.
We have. So
these might make me cry.
The poll that I put out was yes, multiple, just babe, baby, the usual ones, and then no, they're cringe. So with 62% yes, multiple.
Oh.
We then had 31% of people say that like the usual ones, and then we had 6% of no, they're cringe.
Okay.
And then we got some that our listeners have shared with us.
I'm really excited.
So we've had Conker or Conky Donk,
Conky dog.
Toy Boy.
Love that.
This is my favourite one.
One.
Pooch. Pooch. Baby Cheek. Hamster Cheeks.
Hamster cheeks. That's so cute. Pooch.
This one's really funny.
Go on.
Football Head.
Ballhead.
Baldy.
Baldy!
Haribo kid.
Baldy!
Bonk. Bonk.
Go to horny jail.
We've got bear, sausage, goose, mongoose, ducky, snuggles, every animal under the sun.
Cute.
Lots of different pet names.
Little animals.
We then got sausage again.
Sausage.
Darling, but we call each other bums Mr. and Mrs. Botty Cheek, courtesy of Paddington 2.
I've not seen Paddington 2, I've only seen the first
Darling's cute though. You like
Darling.
you like
I love
when
Darling.
Men call you Darling, don't they?
I do.
Yeah, so thank you very much for those. I do think Pooch is my favourite.
Pooch is my favourite.
I love it. So cute.
And Conky Donk, I must
Conky
say.
Donk's funny.
That's funny.
I like that.
Imagine like coming home from work and your missus is like like in the kitchen. She goes, oh, Conky Donk!
It's like Donkey Kong. So this week's question: would you rather know your partner's body count, or would you rather not?
Personally, I am a nosy fucker.
You're in such a funny mood. What the hell?
Oh God, I think it's them painkillers. I would like to know.
See,
I love having this conversation.
yeah, I also would prefer to know, but also from the fact of like I don't really care. Like I know a lot.
Oh
of people,
yeah, I don't care.
I know a lot of people do care though.
Why?
I don't know. I think I do think it's a generational thing. So I don't think it's as much of a problem anymore. So for example, mine is a lot higher than yours, but
Yeah.
that's because I went to uni.
Yeah.
Like
I am now catching up,
yeah,
but you've been in a 2.5 year relationship
Exactly, yeah.
whilst I've been hoeing.
out.
Well, it's going to go up because I ain't got a fucking choice. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, Dad.
So, would you rather know your partner's body count, or would you prefer not to? Because it's a Valentine's Day special.
V-Day Spesh.
We want your V-Day stories.
Yes,
Please.
tell us your worst V-Day hookups, your worst V-Day dates, or
Or
your
your
best.
best. That's the end of this week's podcast.
It's the end.
Give us a like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok. The handles are.
The handles are, for the email,
Oh yeah, the email too.
that one, podcast.thehoephase@gmail.com. The Instagram and TikTok are the.hoephasepodcast. And then Twitter is thehoephasepod.
Woo! Don't forget to slay the day away.
Don't cry. Have sex on your period.
Dream big.
Have sex on a Wednesday.
Have sex on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You know, self-love is a big, big thing.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
See you later. Bye. Bye.